In today's Forza Safari video, we're going to be racing every GT3 car in this car pack, Forza Safari car pack, called the Apex All-Stars car pack. That means we're going to be racing all some cars available, including the Hyundai Elantra N. We're going to be racing the BMW Motorsport GT. We're going to be racing the Chevrolet Corvette GT3 R, the 991 1.2 generation Porsche 911 GT3 R, Porsche 911 GT3 911 RSR 2017, the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT3, Hyundai Elantra N, the Ferrari 480 GTE Rising Competizione in the Cadillac Racing ATS-V.R, and lastly but not, the Vasser Sullivan Lexus RS GT3. All these history of the cars and fun facts about them and the engines will be linked down in the description of it. And yeah, but anyways, let's dive into today's gameplay. For the next car we will be testing is the number 1, I think, 2020 BMW Motorsport and GTE. And basically we're going to be testing out on this road race on the Chihuahua circuit. I know it is kind of funny because like you're like it's saying like a dog's name, but yeah, a dog's breed I meant, but yeah. But anyways, let's test this car out and see how it handles on this track. So yeah, here we go. For the next circuit race in the car, we're going to be using the Ferrari 480 GT number 62 Risi Competizione, and for the next circuit we're going to be using is the Riviera Sprint race. Basically, we're going to be testing out the limits on this car and see how far it can handle, the power on it, and the grip on it, and the tires as well. But anyways, let's dive into the next gameplay. For the NASCAR we will be using is the 2018 Porsche 911 GT3. Basically, this car is an amazing pack car with the Forza Horizons car pack. And yeah, so we will be basically be testing this car on the Grand Potano Sprint, and to see how far this car handles, the brakings, the handlings, the speed, and overall how just powerful it is. So yeah, but anyways, let's dive into the next gameplay. So my thoughts after that race with the Porsche 911 GT3 R 2018 was pretty great. The handling was powerful. The powerful on the brakes were great. I did a rewind there with when I like turned over there, cause my car accidentally bumped into the rear bumper of it. But yeah, that was an accident on me. But yeah, but anyways, overall I get this car a rating of a 9 out of 10. But anyways, let's move on to the next car. For the next car we will be using is the number I think 6 or whatever. For next car we will be using is the Chevrolet Corvette CA.R Racing, and we will be testing this car on a gameplay of the Laners Sprint. Anyways, let's dive into the next gameplay. So yeah guys, my thoughts for that race was pretty okay. The fact that I ran into a tree and rewinded it was probably one of the funniest things ever. And somehow I gained positions because those AIs were a bit too crowded, but yeah. I overall somehow managed to gain my position 2 over that. I think it was a sailing at 7. I gained my position back, but overall I rate this car a 7 out of 5. No, 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. All because of the handling. Now I don't know if I'm like just overreacting, but it's just the handling. But overall, I give this car a good rating. But yeah. But anyways, let's move on to the next car we will be racing. For the next car we will be using or testing out is the number 98, I believe. Hyundai Elantra N. This car is probably one of the first cars I discovered on the Hyundai brand. It is probably one of the nicest cars ever that Hyundai made. But I believe all cars are pretty nice, to be honest. But yeah, but anyways, let's get this car a little test on this circuit, and yeah, called the Horizon Mexico circuit. But anyways, let's dive in. Oh yeah, my thought on that race and the car, the Hyundai Elantra N, is probably a great car. I would say the power is okay. The handling is amazing. I give that a 10 out of 10 for sure. And my trail braking is went amazing, to be honest. But yeah, overall I give this car a 9.5 out of 10. Anyways, let's dive into the next car. For the next car we will be using is the Lexus number 14 Vasser Sullivan RSF GT3. This car is basically a GT3 race car that was improved for the GT LSM. I think that's what it's called, the series of it. But yeah, I'll be linking all the history and fun facts about it and all the cars I'll be racing today in the description of it. But yeah, anyways, let's dive into the other gameplay of this car. So yeah, overall I give this car a rating out of 8.5 out of 10, all because I crashed a lot. But yeah, these brakes are amazing. The power on this car is amazing. The overall thing I give this is probably the oversteer or understeer. But overall, I give Carl 8 out of 5. No, 8.5 out of 10. So yeah. But anyways, let's move on to the next vehicle, which is the Mercedes AMG GT3. Next car we will be testing out and racing is the Mercedes AMG GT3. I forgot what year this is, but yeah, for the next circuit we will be racing is the roller coaster sprint. Basically, this car is a really powerful Mercedes and probably one of the most powerful Mercedes ever created. I'll be linking that all the information and fun facts about this car and in the engine of it in the description of it. But yeah, anyways, let's give this car a little test on this circuit, no, in the sprint circuit. But yeah. So yeah, so my thoughts on this car, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. The speed is freaking powerful, probably like one of the most powerful cars I raced so far in this video. But anyways, the handling was in the mid section of it. But yeah, overall, I give this car a 9.1 out of 10. I'm not saying that they just pedestalize on these cars. I love each car equally. Since I love all cars, like probably smart models, and overall to the Bugattis, like, yeah. But yeah, anyways, let's move on to the last vehicle we have today, which is the Porsche 911. So for the last car we will be test racing and driving is the Porsche 911 number 992 Team 911 RSR. If you guys don't know what RSR means, it basically means Rennsport Rennwagen. But yeah, anyways, let's dive into the last gameplay we have today. yeah, my overall thoughts on this vehicle is probably pretty amazing. The speed is probably one of the most powerful things I have ever experienced on this vehicle. And yeah, the handling is a bit alright, to be honest, but yeah, overall everything on this vehicle is pretty great. But yeah, overall that is gonna be it for today's video. If you guys find this video helpful and interesting, make sure to check out my other car content. I post 2 videos per day of car reviews, because I love doing car reviews a lot. And yeah, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's gameplay of me testing every GT3 car ever. And yeah, make sure to stay safe and take care. Peace.